When will the Bitcoin bull cycle come to an end? Will we see the Bitcoin strategic reserve approved in the US? Could new ETFs trigger a surge in altcoins? Here are my top 7 predictions for crypto in 2025. The upcoming year promises to be full of important developments, and you need to keep an eye on them. Welcome back to Tech Trend Review. On this channel, I discuss market trends and investment strategies to help you build wealth in the crypto space. Before diving into my 2025 predictions, let's review the predictions I made for 2024, what I got right and what I missed. The things I got right include Bitcoin hitting $30,000, a major milestone. The US elections were indeed a make-or-break event for crypto, and with Trump returning to office, crypto has exploded. The ETF was approved, but Ethereum didn't hit my $7,500 target this year. Still, it's only lagging behind for now. Crypto gaming went semi-mainstream this year, with games like Off the Grid, but we're not fully there yet. AI crypto also saw expansion, particularly in ZKML, zero-knowledge machine learning. This year's surprise? AI agents became a much bigger phenomenon than expected. However, there were a few things I got wrong in 2024. Layer 2 solutions didn't make a comeback, and honestly, they're still just beta solutions for Ethereum. Decentralized social media didn't take off as anticipated, and I've pulled back on that exposure. There wasn't a new DeFi primitive either, but fair launch altcoins have shown early signs of growth. Binance remains the dominant exchange, which was something I didn't foresee. Moving on to my predictions for 2025, the first one is that we'll see a longer, slower bull cycle than most people expect. The question of when the bull run will end is still up in the air, but I believe it will extend into 2025, with potential corrections during the summer. Overall, prices should be higher by the end of 2025 compared to the first half of the year. I've been preparing for this with my investment strategy since 2023, and I've already mapped out my exit plan based on this. As we start 2025, the Federal Reserve's liquidity policies are showing signs of being delayed. In 2024, we saw the Fed's actions to halt reducing their balance sheet, signaling that the money printer will be turned on soon. The longer the Fed delays tightening, the longer we could see a healthy bull market instead of a quick flash of growth. Slower rate cuts are a good sign for crypto, as they help prevent the economy from falling into a recession. Right now, recession probabilities for 2025 are at just 33%, suggesting the bull market is still in its early stages. However, I believe that many crypto traders are misreading this cycle. The current crypto market isn't being driven by memes, AI cryptos, or on-chain traders. Instead, it's being led by Wall Street institutions, the Fed's liquidity injections, and macroeconomic factors. We haven't seen the same Bitcoin to altcoin rotation that we saw in 2017 or 2021. Bitcoin dominance is still strong, and its price growth has been largely fueled by spot ETFs, which now hold more than 5% of Bitcoin's supply. This hasn't yet happened with altcoins like Ethereum, which only saw positive inflows starting in November after Trump's election win. Moving on to my second prediction for 2025, I believe there will be massive liquidity injections from various fronts, particularly from the US. The US is facing a severe debt crisis, and the only way out is to inject massive liquidity into the economy. The Federal Reserve will likely need to turn on the money printer soon, and as I've covered in previous videos, this will lead to an increase in the Fed's balance sheet. When this happens, the Fed will start printing money, buying up treasuries, and fueling inflation. This liquidity will eventually flow into riskier assets, like crypto. There are several ways the US government could inject more liquidity. One possibility is devaluing the dollar by adjusting the statutory price of gold in the Treasury's holdings. This would give the government more credit to support the bond market. Another method could involve suspending the supplementary leverage ratio, SLR, allowing banks to buy more treasury bonds using leverage. These actions will likely lead to inflation, and all the additional liquidity will flow into risk assets, including crypto. Any of these actions, money printing, dollar devaluation, or increased treasury bond purchases, will result in inflation. More dollars in circulation means more liquidity in the system. And as we've seen before, when the money printer's on, crypto becomes one of the main beneficiaries of that liquidity. So, get ready for what promises to be a monumental year for crypto in 2025. We're anticipating the lawsuit to be dropped soon, especially with the new SEC chair coming in. The timing could align for the lawsuits to be dismissed. with the SEC eventually confirming that XRP and Solana are not securities. After that, we'll see the necessary filings, approvals, and the launch sometime in 2025. Some might wonder whether this even matters, especially since Ethereum ETFs have underperformed in price since their launch. While it's true that Ethereum's price has been sluggish, the key difference is that Bitcoin ETFs have seen consistent positive inflows since the beginning, which has contributed to price growth. On the other hand, Ethereum's ETF didn't experience positive inflows until November 6th and 7th, and since then, its price has mirrored the movements of these inflows and outflows. A major factor affecting the performance of altcoin ETFs in 2025 will depend on Ethereum's performance in 2024. If Ethereum's ETF doesn't see positive inflows, we probably won't see much interest in other altcoin ETFs either, since institutions usually go for the bigger assets like Ethereum before smaller altcoins. However, given the current trend, it seems likely that Ethereum's spot ETF will continue to attract inflows and drive its price upward. Since November 6th, Ethereum ETFs in the US have attracted around $5 billion, which already represents about 1.3% of Ethereum's total market cap in just 2 months. If this trend continues, Ethereum could see over 8% of its market cap held by US spot ETFs by 2026. Looking ahead to 2025, I predict that Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin by a significant margin, likely by a factor of 2. This is partly because Ethereum is smaller than Bitcoin, so the inflows from ETFs have a greater impact on its price. Since November 5th, Ethereum's total net inflow has been around $5 billion, or 0.65% of its market cap per month, compared to Bitcoin's $55 billion over 5 months, which equates to 0.56% of its market cap per month. As a result, institutions have been buying Ethereum at a faster rate than Bitcoin. If this trend continues, the percentage of Ethereum held in spot ETFs could surpass the percentage of Bitcoin held in its spot ETFs, marking a major shift in institutional interest. Ethereum also has favorable seasonality compared to Bitcoin. Historically, Ethereum performs better in the first 6 months of the year, with positive returns from January to June since 2015. In contrast, Bitcoin's seasonality is more unpredictable. Therefore, if you're considering holding Ethereum, the first half of the year seems like a good time. And if you're bearish on Ethereum, you might want to switch to Bitcoin in May or June. As for price predictions, I'm sticking with my target for Bitcoin to reach $200,000 by the end of the year, which would represent a 2x increase from its current price of $100,000. For Ethereum, my target is $14,000, which would be a 4x growth from its current $3,500 price. This is based on the expected liquidity cycles from the Federal Reserve, the start of the altcoin season, and the rising interest in Ethereum's staking and ETF inflows. If Ethereum continues to outperform Bitcoin, it could see a 2x increase, bringing its price to $14,000 by the end of 2025. While this is an ambitious target, staying bullish on Ethereum could be more rewarding than being overly cautious. There's a lot happening with Ethereum in 2025, and missing out on this could be detrimental. So, to sum it up, if my predictions hold, Ethereum could see a 4x return from its current value by the end of the year, while Bitcoin could double in price. This is an optimistic forecast, but given Ethereum's current trajectory, it seems like the right time to stay bullish on Ethereum. That wraps up my predictions for the crypto market in 2025. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything significant, and I might do a follow-up video later this year. If you enjoyed this content, please like the video and subscribe to our channel.